Hello, and welcome back to Roll for Fate, Shadow over Caeryfyndon. I'm DM, Conall Keohane, and these are our players.
Hello, I am Hazel, and I'm playing as Lucida Welkin.
And I'm Bodie, and I'm playing Gilbert Nichols.
I'm Devin Osmond, and I'm playing Morcelli Molly.
I am Benjamin, and I am playing Fathin Ironsdale.
I am Finn, and I'm playing Gareth.
We have some people to thank. We at Animas High School and Roll for Fate would like to thank Wizards of the Coast for supporting this project. We'd also like to thank Alexey, Latimer-Paul, and Gareth Keohane for being responsible for everything you see and hear in this live stream. We would also like to thank Mitchel Bidart and for the support for the rest of the art department, including miniature figurines and dioramas, as well as on-screen graphics throughout the production. We would also like to thank Ande and Oliver for putting this whole thing together. And finally, we would like to thank Alexey, Latimer-Paul, and Conall Keohane for writing this thrilling story you're about to hear. Enjoy the show.
Well, welcome to Roll for Fate once again. This project is a collaborative effort over 3 weeks for me and a large group of students to make a game show like Critical Role. We'll be using D&D as a storytelling medium and diving into a story completely designed by us. All of the sets, NPCs, and most of the art you will witness on this show is made by us. I hope you enjoy it, and with that, let us dive into Session 5. The Shadows Darken. Fathin. Filled with fury, you swing your mighty battle axe straight for Atticus, charging him pretty furiously. But as you approach, you see he's not looking at you. He stares into a crystal in his hands, dark and shining with specks of light. He looks up, and in his eyes is no longer anger, but the look of one who knows it's his time. He looks at Rosalie and says, "We may have had our differences, but..." And he's cut off as he vanishes mid-sentence, leaving behind only his mask and the crystal. A shadowy outline stands where he once stood in the grass, and seconds later, crystals grow out of it.
Fathin, he's like, after he swings his axe, he sees that he's gone. He's gonna like take a step back and just, where did he go?
I think he got swept up by the crystal.
Where is Comet? What happened to them?
Same as the others.
Yeah.
Crystals took them.
I know that, but...
Fathin, he's gonna like take Atticus's helmet by the horn. He's gonna like strap it to his back. Alright, we have no time to waltz over their loss. We need to find them, and we need to find them immediately.
My dad's gone. He's gone.
And Rosalie's just crying.
Lucida's gonna walk up to Rosalie and just put a helping hand on your shoulder. Just to say, it's gonna be okay.
And she's gonna turn to Fathin. His mask. Give me his mask.
He's gonna take the mask. He's gonna hand it to you.
And she's gonna like stare at this little rabbit mask. And she's just sobbing now. She lost Comet and she just lost her dad. And with a very, very, very heavy heart, she's gonna put the mask on her face.
As Atticus's silhouette begins to grow with crystals, you notice that Comet's shadow does not. It is the same as when they vanished. You remember their pointed ears and friendly demeanor. Comet was your leader, and now they're gone.
Gareth kind of like drops to their knees and is just like leaning over the silhouette of where Conall was, and is kind of just like, they look like they're crying. They aren't, but it looks like if they could, they would be crying.
So what do we do now?
I think it would be the best course of action to find that woman again. She said something about a separate dimension. Maybe the crystals took them there.
I want my dad back.
Pathan has no idea how to comfort someone in this situation. He's just like takes some steps back. Like, he goes in to grab her shoulder and comfort her, but he just like steps back and thinks otherwise.
Lucia's gonna hand Rosalie a handkerchief and just say, "Here."
This doesn't bring my dad back though.
It doesn't. I'm doing my best.
All the the bouncing in Rosalie's just entirely gone. She lost the one person she had known for 16 years, and that she still loved. And she lost him before she could say goodbye. She's so upset, and Comet too. She's so distraught. There's nothing she can even say at this rate.
All of you sort of stare at this silhouette of Comet. And ripples begin to form upon its surface. Even though it seems, you feel like they're gone, and the air seems thick, and your throats are choked with tears, something happens. The ripplings on this silhouette increase, and suddenly there is this flash of light, and Comet seems to fall upwards out of the shadow and falls on the grass. And as they appear, their silhouette slowly fades, leaving only dead grass and dust where it once was. Comet.
Whoa, calm down. He's like gonna take your shoulder, like shake her a little bit, he's like, calm down.
Gareth is like still leaning over Comet and kind of just like grabs them and just like wraps them in a hug with like both their arms and their wings, and is just hugging them so tightly that like they thought they lost their friend.
Comet is returning the embrace with like as strong as they can. You can feel them shaking, and you notice something's not quite right. There are crystal buds now growing out of their fur in patches.
Oh, I thought you were gone. I thought you were gone.
I'm okay.
You're not dead.
No.
Fathan's gonna like pick one of the crystals off of her. She's not quite alive either. You can like flick it away.
I'm fairly certain I am intact with all my blood as much as I have after Bandit fight. We are in trouble. We need to stop touching the crystals. There's another realm, a Titan.
My dad's near a Titan now?
I didn't see your dad.
Should we...
But
I know you just said we shouldn't touch the crystals, but if there's something of that size causing that much of a problem, shouldn't we go to it immediately?
We find out more about the situation. We can't go back unprepared. It nearly got me.
Right, that sounds like a plan. And is this guard here, like, actually here?
The bandits have run off after the
question him.
disappearance of Atticus.
Do you know how you got here? You're the only one that came back.
I broke the pendant. It took me to the realm. The only way I got out was by shattering the crystal. I'm sorry, Gilbert. It reminded me of you.
It's okay. It was the right call. I'm glad you're back.
Okay.
I met one of your comrades. They helped me.
Yes, yeah.
And as you guys are reunited with Comet, you hear in the background, just running through the camp, tipping over boxes, kicking rocks, is John Chief. And he yells, "Come on! Where is he?" And he seems to be looking for someone.
We can look for the man later. But right now, we are.
We were on to a rescue mission. That's right.
We forgot.
I didn't see him in the realm. He's bound to be here somewhere.
Gilbert, did you hear anything while you were over by those tents?
No.
Well, the only place that we don't have a clear view of is the church, so I'll start up there, and Gilbert starts climbing the rocks to the
You can take the stairs and the bridge. It would probably be a lot easier to traverse that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him up the stairs.
Yeah. Rosa's gonna actually start walking over to where her dad's silhouette is. And she's just gonna go and crouch down on her knees and just sit there.
Comet's going to sit by Rosalie.
Gareth like very closely follows Comet, and you can tell that they're still very upset. And they're not straying more than like a couple feet away from Comet.
And I think Comet's kind of got one paw on Gareth's wing to ensure that it's not a dream, they're really back.
Approaching the old church, without a bandit in sight, you hear maybe very, very weak voice ring out. Weak, but clear in the cold air. Help me.
Yeah, let's go to
Yeah, let's
bed.
go to the room. And then we find the door, and this is where the bear came from.
Yeah, one of the walls, not the door, but the other one,
The one in the back
is smashed to pieces. That's where the bear came out of.
Just gonna walk through the big holes and step over
And
the
this
debris.
voice is stifled in pain, and you find the mayor lying down in this abandoned church, suffering from many wounds. Large, deep slashes are gouged into his chest, and his breathing is quite pained, and you also see that part of his lower body has been torn off savagely, and he appears. This man is clearly dying, and fast.
Gilbert's gonna be like, "John Chief," and he yells for him to run. And I try to as much as I can stop the bleeding.
And Chief was down at the bottom, rummaging around this stuff, and he starts running up.
Dewey.
And the mayor looks up to you and says, "Please, listen to me." He reaches out one hand very shakily. "It's my fault. All this. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Monster. Oh, my son." And he recoils, his face in agony. He's pale, and you see even more color draining from his face. And he speaks again. "You have to fix." And he flinches in pain again. You have to fix this. My son. Please. And slowly, the mayor draws one last gurgled breath.
And as he's like
and slumps back, his eyes staring blankly ahead.
And as he's like dying, he just like he puts his hands back covered in blood and is like, that was a dead man's funny. You must be awful.
John Chief bursts through the door and says, I finally got up the blasted hill. What's going on with the mayor? And you see like he freezes when he sees the mayor's corpse. And you can see through the visor of his helmet. He's shocked. And he takes a few steps forwards before falling to his knees. And you hear a faint sob come out of his helmet.
Yeah, Gilbert's just gonna like kind of like put a hand on his back and just kind of be like, it'll be okay.
Fathin, he's going to, without looking at either of them, he's going to walk past, like his head kind of slumped down, thinking about his past and such like that. He's going to walk down these stairs over here closer to where Rosalie and the rest of them are.
Yeah, Lucita will join in with that.
And Chief, kneeling in front of this dead man's body, puts a hand on the dead mayor's shoulder and says, No, not like this. You should have died peacefully for all the good you done. And he stays on his knees, quietly sobbing.
Yeah, Gilbert stays to make him feel better. Oh, yes. He was a good man. He helped the town and stopped this noise.
And he says, You didn't deserve this. You were a good man.
Yeah, Gilbert's just gonna nod and give him a pat on the back and a hug.
And just for clarification here, you're in the church. Is anybody else?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just him and Chief. I walked down to meet with Rosalie.
Yeah, Lucita
I'm mourning my dad.
Comment here if you're not.
I'm with Rosalie. And I'm with Conall.
Fathin's gonna he's gonna kneel down and he's gonna do one of those old man groans. He's gonna sit next to Rosalie and he's gonna, listen, kid, I never was much of a father, but I know what it's like to lose someone you love and have loved, and I want you to know that we will find him and we will get him back.
I wish I could make false promises about getting him back, but the bodies of the bandits were impaled like decorations. I don't know if we'll be able to get him back, and I am not willing to make a promise I cannot keep. I'm so sorry, Rosie.
That's comforting, Jesus.
And all of you hear this, especially you, Gilbert. You see John Chief stands up, clenches his metal gauntlets into fists. And as he stands, he pulls out his sword and says, Over ye death will be avenged. And he points his sword into the sky and he continues speaking. Whatever this monster is, it'll know my blade. And he sheathes the sword and very carefully picks up the mayor's body and walks out the door.
Gilbert's gonna give him a decent distance, but follow suit.
And the rest of you can hear and see John Chief as he walks down the stairs holding the mayor's body.
So, what now? Where do we go? What do we do?
Well, I think we need to stop this. We need to make sure this does not happen again.
Too many innocents have died in our wake. We cannot let another fall.
Rose is gonna slowly stand, and through the rabbit mask, of course, because it has the glowing eyes effect, you can kind of see her pale blue eyes shimmering through her father's mask. And she just stares with rage. You can kind of tell that there's some rage in her eyes, and she goes, I don't care if he is dead or alive. I am bringing back my father, and I am going to kill anyone who gets in my way.
Then we will not stop you. We will help you. And we will avenge his death and the deaths of all those who were lost. The Bobbis, Atlas, Bovar, Dorian, everyone.
And as John Chief reaches the bottom stairs, he says, I agree with ye. I'm gonna shove my sword right down that thing's throat. I don't care what foul thing it is. I'll rip its guts out.
Rose is gonna look up and go, Comment, do you know anything about where we could possibly go?
I mean, we just pick up the crystal.
Also, no, not the crystals. The crystals are too dangerous to attempt to use. The energy surrounding that secret passage you found, Lucina, I think it might be another way in. A way where we won't be trapped by the potential of losing a crystal. We won't have that potential to get lost and not have our way back.
If that's the case, I think we should head back to town, prepare with what money we have, and bring as many back as possible.
We also need to gather information. That type of entity should not be faced with just an eyewitness account. And I barely saw what it did. It tore apart that bear. We need to prepare.
The weird demon bear they kept in there.
It's seen the bear. I bet the bear just skedaddled off.
Yeah. Let's make our way. We don't have any time to waste.
Yes. And the realm, it sucks on your very life force. It muffles your hearing. It is very cold. We need to pack warm. We need to pack warm and be prepared for our senses to be dimmed.
John Chief carries the mayor's corpse through the forest as you all return. The path is long, but following it proves to be no difficulty. And as you guys return, I will give you guys some time to discuss.
Gareth is kind of like walking with their ring wrapped around Comet. Like they don't want Comet to leave their sight.
And Comet's kind of leaning on Gareth. The day's taken a lot out of them.
Comet, you said you saw this thing? What did it look like?
I didn't get a very good look at it. It was like it was midnight in the realm. All I know is this entity is a titan of gargantuan size. Yeah.
Something big, something very, very dangerous.
Yes.
It's nothing we haven't came across before.
And as you're walking, John Chief turns to you, Gilbert, says, Did he have any last words?
He said it was his fault that the monsters were coming. And then he said that to take care of his son. Do you know of any children he had?
Aye. Tis a sad tale, just like this. Just before things began to look good, the mayor lost his son. It left him like he was a mean old man. Locked the boy's room and he's never been in there since. I don't know why he mentioned that.
You know what happened to the boy?
No, I don't, unfortunately.
I do hate to search through a dead man's possessions, but I do think it would be best if we looked through Ovar's office, gathered more information.
I agree. Yeah, maybe the son's death was connected maybe to the first.
I think we should distance ourselves from the Grisio crystals. I think the Titan can watch us through the crystals. There were lights. It doesn't sit right with me to have them close to us.
Does anyone have any of the crystal on them currently?
No.
I do not. Comet's going to throw the 3 crystals that were in their component pouch into the river.
Okay. You said the sword that I broke out of this thing had visual, like, adorning it?
Little pieces, yes.
Okay. Do I know if that would also be a problem?
You don't.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna just, like, stick it into the ground where I currently am. I'm gonna keep walking.
You know, the metal pieces that I grabbed, I just chuck on with it.
You empty your pockets and bags of all the crystals you had picked up. And it does give you some sense of relief.
You know, it just occurred to me, there was a very, very high quantity of that crystal in the town. Did you see any of the townsfolk?
No, it's like a mirror dimension. I was here, but darker. The only person I saw was the Mavis. Their name was Atlas. I don't know how they got here, but they're the only living soul I saw. The bandits were held on crystals by the church.
Alright, if that's the case, we should absolutely quicken our pace. And he's gonna start, like, sprinting a little faster and...
It was localized to that area, is what I see. But we need to, once we get there, find a way to get rid of all the crystals anywhere in that town.
We sent one of those crystals to the guild. When we gave them the message about the Mavis being dead once we finished the hounds, we sent the crystals as
I
proof.
think I sent it to the mayor. That's what I meant to do.
You sent it to someone. Either way, it's gonna be a problem.
We sent it off, and
Are the people in the town safe? Did the same thing that happened with the bandits happen to the townspeople?
I did not see the town. We are quite far from the town. I do not think I would have seen any townsfolk. I think the best course of action is to go to town and see what has happened, then make our best plan, follow through.
Yes.
Let's get to work.
You keep walking through, and as you enter the town, emerging from the forest, John Chief says, "I cannot accompany ye to the mayor's house, but I would advise heading there. The town has some mourning to do, as do I."
Of course. Take all the time you need.
He's gonna do well, but once the morning's over, you need to, as quick as you can, get rid of all of the crystals. And maybe easier said than done. It's to be done.
Yes, I'll make sure. And he walks off, carrying the corpse of the mayor, and as he walks through the town, very similar to when you guys brought Dorian in, people gather around him. And soon, almost the entire village is gathered in the town square. And you can hear sobs and cries.
Do we have any idea who was going to replace him as the mayor?
No.
Do I know how long he's been mayor?
He has been mayor for quite some time, but you do not know how long.
And is it like, how does it, is it like is there a kid, their kid becomes like an office?
You're not sure how it works in this town.
And we do not know what has happened with the son. The last account said the son had died.
Yeah, let's stop at his house.
Yes. Perhaps we will
Find some information. What exactly did the mayor tell you regarding?
All he said was that it was his fault that the crystals got here and that we needed to fix things. Something.
Is it quite possible this happened in some attempt to get the son back?
Maybe. It is.
Does connect a few dots.
I think we'll find our answers at the mayor's house.
You approach the mayor's house, and as it was before, it is still damaged from when the bandits ransacked it, but someone seems to have cleaned a lot of it up, and it looks a lot nicer than it did when you were last here.
I'm gonna look around and see if I could find the room to the mayor's child.
As you go through the large double oak doors, a grand room stands before you. Once richly decorated and housing a large staircase with golden railings and a custom rug laid across it. The walls are adorned with various relics and weaponry, some of which are damaged, and others there seems to be places where things have been stolen. Directly beside you is a large coat rack fashioned like a tree in its youth. And in the far left of the room, in each corner stands two sets of plate armor with pieces missing. This is the entrance to the manor.
It might be in our best interests if we're gonna go fight a gargantuan beast to borrow some of this equipment he had strewn about.
There's also we can also talk to the townsfolk and
try our best to go about the honorable way of getting things rather than borrowing.
We should probably start there than desecrating a dead man's house.
Yes. However, first, I think it's in our best interest to gather our facts. We cannot start to prepare for avenging the mayor without adequate information.
Right. Yeah, let's look around this place.
So there is just from this room, there is a door to your left, a hallway in front of you, and then the staircase that you know leads up to the second level and eventually the mayor's office.
Where should we start?
Perhaps the office. Most people tend to keep their records of business and such there. We will have to sort through the papers, but we might find some things of worth.
Yeah, let's start there, yeah.
You go up the stairs, and up the stairs is a very long hallway that stretches before you like the one downstairs. It has many paintings, though this hallway is more nature-focused than the portraits that which are littered downstairs. This half hallway has bright windows on the left side and is lit by these. Around, there are more rooms, including the door to the mayor's office, which is slightly ajar.
Is there any, what does it say on the other doors?
There are no labels on the other doors, but there are 3 or 4 other rooms that you don't know are there. And at the end of this hallway is another staircase.
To go up or down?
This one goes down.
I'm gonna push open the door to the office and take a few steps in.
Once again, you enter the dark office of Bova. The desk, smashed from before, lies in 2 pieces on the ground, and it is still in disarray, but all the papers and objects that have been littering the floor before have been moved and put back on their respective shelves.
Alright, we are looking for anything.
And in the corner, sort of dusting things off, is an older-looking, pale man who does not seem to notice you enter.
Alright. We are looking for anything related to the sale of this greasel. We need to know if anything has gone anywhere or if it's just located in this town.
What about the man? I
Only Fathin would notice that.
I think Rose is going to go up to the man and be like, "What are you doing here?"
He very calmly turns to you and says, "Oh, Who are you? I am the mayor's butler. I've been cleaning up the place after it was ransacked. Do you have any news of him?"
He's dead.
And when you say that, this guy looks a little sad, and he looks down and says, "I'm very sorry to hear that. I assume his body has been brought to the village."
Yes, it's in the center of town if you'd like to pay your respects.
"If you excuse me, I will, but don't do any harm to this building."
No, we only need to gather information. We are hoping to avenge the mayor and all others that were lost.
Rose is gonna angrily stop and just go off to go look through more stuff.
Yeah, the butler just sort of nods and calmly walks out. And you're investigating?
Mm-hmm.
Make an investigation check. Anybody who is investigating.
12.
Oh, that's not half bad. Let's see, investigation.
I got a 6.
Ooh,
I got
buddy.
Go find no
A 14.
14 as well.
11.
Okay, so the three of you who got a 14, you are rummaging through, mostly maybe you a little angrily, and you open one of these desk drawers, and inside is a small bronze key and nothing else.
Do you reckon
I'm gonna
that's...
pick it up.
You take the key.
I found something.
gonna like turn around from whatever useless junk he was looking at before. He's gonna. You reckon that's the key of the kid's room?
Guess we'll just have to find out, I guess.
It's not like we know the matter, but we'll have to try it.
You could ask the butler. Who knows?
I think
The butler
we should
might
give him his
want-
time.
Gilbert's gonna go to like all the other doors in the hallway, just like look inside and glance inside.
So one of the doors right next to the mayor's office is a bedroom, very finely made, but covered in dust. No one has been in this room for years. And on the wall is a veiled painting covered in a sheet.
And like pull the sheet off of it, I guess. Yeah.
The painting is of a beautiful woman, golden haired and fair skinned. She's wearing a Roman style dress and has golden eyes. She is beautiful but sad in the painting, almost as if she's ill. And there's a little inscription on the bottom, "My beautiful Rose."
This is the wife, I presume. The mother. Is there anyone else in the painting, or just her?
Just her.
This town had a lot of tragedies.
A lot of death to it.
Is there anything else in the other room? Any other rooms?
Another room is a library with even more books than Bovar had in his office. And this room looks very well used. There is no dust on anything at all.
I think this would be his study then.
And on the floor is a large bear rug.
Okay, Gilbert's gonna walk in there to glance around and kind of
You
stand in the middle of the room, like stand on the rug.
look around this library. There are a lot of books, but nothing really pops out to you as being extremely important to your current situation.
You think he would be like hiding something from his people?
Maybe.
Might as well. Yes,
If he
check.
was-
And he's gonna.
If he was hiding something, it is likely he wouldn't do it in a very open library.
He's gonna like snap. He's gonna right. He's gonna like pull the carpet over, see if there's anything under it.
I was just about
You
to do
pull
that.
out the bear rug, and there's a very nice wooden floor underneath it.
Lord.
Wonderful grading in this place. He keeps it very well tighted. They like pull the rug back over.
Stains
Yeah.
on those wood planks. Ooh. Rose is gonna dodge the bear rug, just real little PTSD. And she's gonna like. It has just shelves, or does it like there's funny shelves with the drawers underneath?
No, so on the sides of this room, lining the walls, are very tall bookshelves.
Okay.
There is a desk in the center that looks like it was more of a reading desk.
Anything with like drawers though?
No.
Okay, then never mind.
Secret entrances? No.
I mean, you want to try pulling books? Go ahead.
If that's gonna be the case, I would like to step out and see if there are any like walls beside this room that don't already have a door to it.
So, this library area, it shares most, like 3/4 of its walls with hallways. Only the right-facing wall shares it with rooms.
Alright. So no, there wouldn't be any secret entrances to a room that already has an entrance.
Anything in the last room?
You open the door, and inside of this room is a large bed, fit for two, and the walls are covered with paintings of the forest and historical scenes. And a large majority of the paintings depict a boy with brown hair like Bovar. In the far left corner is a suit of armor that sits on the far wall, and a large window shines sunlight into the room. Above the bed is another painting of the beautiful woman you saw earlier.
Does this one have any inscriptions on the bottom of it?
No.
Gilbert's gonna kind of nod to himself and then shut the door and let's head downstairs.
So Fathom, when you were looking around the library to see if it shared a wall with anything, you do notice there's another door that is a little more hidden, but at the end of the hall.
I'm gonna open that door. That sounds important.
You open this door, and it does not contain much. It's a small 10 by 10 room with a sturdy wooden ladder leading up to a third level.
I'm gonna climb that ladder. I'm probably gonna call back to the
Yeah,
rest of the
I was
group,
like, wait for
hey,
us, bro.
Hey, there's a ladder in here
What?
What do you mean a ladder?
that just nothing else in here. This room has a ladder going up to a third floor and nothing else. Yeah, and now I'm gonna climb up it.
The rabbit mask's gonna have like an annoyed expression, but still just, she's gonna walk up there.
Yeah, you guys all walk. There's this room with a ladder that leads to a third level.
What does this third level look like?
So Fathom, you go up the ladder.
Yeah.
Like all of us
You
did.
go up the ladder into a very dimly lit room. This is sort of an attic area, and very small points of light kind of drift through cracks in the roof. And this room is empty except for a single table in the center that holds a urn. And next to the urn is a small sort of plant pot with a single rose.
Is there anything like adorning these two?
And there's a door into this room as well.
There's a door.
Let's not touch the urn, alright? First thing, don't touch the urn.
I think there might have something to do with roses or that painting of the woman with the rose inscription upon it, seeing as we've seen that brought up twice.
I'm assuming this would be the woman who's like gesturing to the urn.
So the rose was like newly added.
This rose is in the attic, yeah.
Like newly added. So like it's like
It looks like it is partly dying, like it was added maybe a week ago.
Can I water this urn? It's not the urn. Can I water the plant?
You have a water skin on you.
I'm pretty sure
believe
I
so.
do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, you can water this rose. Although,
What is watering a rose gonna do us?
It's just
paying respect.
paying respect, you know. And I'm gonna walk past it. And is there anything past this door? Is this the door that led to the ladder?
No, the ladder led to sort of a trap door that led to this room.
And then you said in this attic there is another door, right?
Yeah, in this small room, there is another door.
I'm gonna go to that door.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You open this door, and this room is dark and cramped, filled to the brim with paints, armor, and other things like furniture littering the ground. And despite the excess amount of stuff in here, it is clear there is a path to another door on the far end.
So many doors.
Bro,
How
so
big
many
is this place?
doors!
The air in here is heavy and dusty, with a distinct smell of candle wax.
I'm gonna take that path to the other door, just like scanning the room around me.
You get to the other door and you try the handle. It jiggles, but the room is locked.
I have the key!
Yes, about to say.
Rose is gonna like kind of shove Fathin out of the way. Move. And then she's going to put the key into the keyhole.
You turn this lock and the door opens. Like it hasn't been opened in months. It creaks open, and inside this room is clean and has many bookshelves and maps, and it seems to be a full bedroom. Papers are scattered everywhere, and on the far wall is a picture, a painting of the same boy from Bovar's room.
How old is this
Why would
boy?
you have a bedroom?
He looks to be in his
Bedrooms
early
for a
20s.
kid. There's a bedroom downstairs. And there's
The
a
bedroom downstairs is for Bovar, you dingaling.
There's 2 bedrooms downstairs, though. One of them's for Bovar.
Where do you think the butler sleeps?
Oh, yeah.
Well, one of them was covered in
I
dust.
assume he would have his own house.
One of them hasn't been used in years. That's
Yeah.
probably the kids' room.
So, yeah, that one was probably the kids' room. So why would you have...
But didn't they say the kids' room was locked?
Yes.
Mm.
Perhaps it was the room of the wife. I hear that is common with nobility. Is that need to have separate rooms?
Either way, we better just go around and find something.
Yeah, everybody make investigation checks.
Ouch!
12.
18. 17.
Do.
So who got above a 10? Okay. Somebody pass that one out. You wanna get that? Oh, somebody gets
Of
this.
course, I get to...
Somebody gets this.
I love letters.
It's this. These appear to be notes that you find scattered around. You also find, and anybody can have this.
I want it.
Fine,
Yeah,
you
let's-
get it,
let's-
Cecil.
On the son's bed is a very small, black bound book. And it is a very old looking notebook. Older than even this house, possibly, because on the title are Celtic runes. Even though the inside is written in common.
See that letter again? And then I'm gonna hold on to this. I think I'm figuring out like a time stamp. Lucida, what does your notes say?
Do you want me to read it or summarize?
Actually, can I just see it? I think I'm trying to figure out what the timing through this is.
Maybe read it out loud. It
Right.
might help you.
I believe. All right, we'll just go through all of them. The village has been in ruin for a long time now. I'm starting to worry about Father and his health. I hope we can find some way to bring him out of his rut. I've heard rumors about old ruins in the forest. I shall explore them. They may give us a good key out. I'm assuming that will be the first note. The second reads, I found a way to bring our village back. This book will be our savior. There's a ritual in it that can re-flourish the minds. Sure, it's a little demonic, but it's worth saving the town. I'm on the right path, I just know it. Father, if you're reading this, I need you to trust me, please. I'm assuming this is either the second or
That
the third.
was either second or third.
Third note, and I believe this is Lucida's note. I believe I'm close to discovering the scar on the scar on reality, the key to wealth our town needs. Highwell claims to know where it lies, and tomorrow we will set out to find it.
That's second then.
Yes, if you're reading this, it means the journey was, if you're reading this, I hope it means my journey was successful and the village is flourishing as we dreamed. Thank you for your unwavering support. I will do everything I can to make sure our people prosper. And then the fourth note, and this one is a lot shorter than the others. This book seems to have been written by the Celts. If those primitive Celts would defeat these creatures, then we have nothing to fear. Prosperity could be more easily achieved than I first thought. And that would be the last note.
I have a bad feeling. Hero was the one who lost his eyes, correct?
Yes, that was Hero.
Do you think he was used in a ritual?
I do not know.
I think either way, we need to go check on
Demonic
it.
rituals often use blood.
I found this notebook. There's an introduction, findings on talking about findings of the shadow plane, a Nightwalker.
That sounds very spell related. Try not to read anything that sounds specialized.
This is just the introduction.
Alright.
58 AD is when this is dated. Several rituals will be detailed. I will not read those. There's notes on tears of reality. Around us, other planes bleed into reality. I have found one of these tears in a Roman mine. The Romans were unprepared for what came out and closed it off. It is difficult to proceed with research without it, but I have found a way around it. This tear leads to a prison the old Celts made for one of the Nightwalkers, which I shall detail later. There's notes on shadows. Within the darkness of the plane of shadow lurk mortal darkest fears. However, beyond the shadowfell, even deeper in the darkness of the plains lurks an ever-hungry presence. The plane of shadows connects to this space, and birthed from it are the Nightwalkers. These are creatures not of life. They embody the hunger and void of the complete darkness. Anti-life, if you will. All they seek is to destroy and devour life, leaving nothing alive, and in ages past they cursed this area until the natives locked them in tombs of crystal. Tombs of crystal.
I'm starting to think I might know where those crystals came from.
However, these creatures can be set free using a ritual which I shall detail later. One may release this being and potentially draw upon its power for personal gain. Such a process is not without risk. If done incorrectly, one will find themselves unable to control what arises.
Well, at least they put the warning before the spell and not after, like most spell books are written as.
There's 2 more entries and 2 rituals. The Old War. In the days of old, before even the Romans arrived here, the Celts fought a battle against the darkness. They fought the Seven, as well as the other horrors from the shadows beyond. And in the end, the Celts prevailed and imprisoned the Seven, as well as their master. These beings were entombed in crystal. It may be possible to switch places with one unintentionally. Be wary of that.
Did anybody see anything generally considered shadowy regarding the masters in the cave?
I mean, obviously there's the swords, the crystals, but I feel like that's fairly obvious.
How many Mavis?
6.
And how many hounds?
6 plus the big one, I believe.
The 7.
There were 7 of them.
There were 7 of them.
Were.
The last entry that is not a ritual. The Ever Silent. In the old days, when the Celts fought the darkness, there were 7 Nightwalkers, each a powerful entity of shadow. The tomb I have found is the one of the Ever Silent, the dark hunter who stands tall like a man, but is still a twisted monstrosity. Truly beautiful. No. The Ever Silent hunts in the dark, preferring hit-and-run attacks. But if challenged directly, it will fight to the death and has never lost. That's what I saw.
What do you mean? Explain, Comet. That was what? That took Atlas! That ripped apart the bear!
This picture.
Yes. Not quite the looker, is he?
Well,
So there was 7 of them?
That is one of the 7.
that's one of them.
The other
I
7.
don't believe that the hounds were. They might be
They
representatives.
might involve,
But I don't think they
are.
are because I don't feel like they're powerful enough.
They could have been imprisoned. It mentioned one can switch place with the crystals. Mayhaps these great night walkers were imprisoned with their followers, and you can switch places with a follower?
And there were the crystals. Do you think Atticus switched places with one of these monsters?
If you switch places with it, you
And-
would have seen him.
With that, we're gonna take our first break.
Alright,
Sorry.
So, like, don't mess with the spell book. The spell book bad.
And if you guys want, you can pass around the book and you can all read it.
This
Wait till everybody's at the table.
And we fall into a hole you couldn't see.
Okay, I've skipped the 5 stages of grief. We're going to anger.
Okay.
Actually, Gareth, give me a second. I need to swallow this almond.
Swallow the almond.
Is that your
No,
comment?
I'm not gonna read it out
Okay, we are once again. We're back, and you guys have received this book.
You know, I know it sounds like a really bad idea, but maybe one of those rituals could help us in some way.
What I'm thinking is one of those rituals cause death.
Right? There's always some counter ritual to it, right? Let me see.
You are one of
Do you want, do you actually no, I shouldn't read this aloud. I was about to say maybe I should, but then I realized no, let's not.
I think as long as you don't read any of the spell-looking jargon. then-
Do you think that's okay, Comet? You are the
Yes, I do think I need.
The ritual. This ritual is complex, however, as I have found, quite lucrative. First, one must find a weak point in reality where one can venture into the shadow plane. Once there, one must find a prison, an easy task. These runes must be carved to initiate the ritual, and mistakes will result in death or worse. Once the runes are drawn, one must give offerings. Blood works. I do suggest that one gives their own blood. It makes the magic stronger. Then all you must do is win a battle of wills, an easy task for some. If you lose, you die. If not, you live and can use the power for yourself.
Wait, did that say it would lock something in or unlock something?
I believe unlock.
Keep that in mind if one of us screws up and we get locked in.
And
get
again,
trapped.
blood ritual. And they said that it looked like Keohane had cut out his own eyes. I think.
I doubt he did the ritual, but maybe someone else did it to him.
Or forced them to, maybe.
Yeah.
There
is a second ritual. Would you like me to read that as well?
Yes.
The last ritual I created has risks. However, here I detail a counter ritual that can send the ever-silent back into its prison. You see, surrounding the prison are crystals of magical make. Built by the Celts, they keep anything imprisoned inside the prison. If destroyed, I theorize one could swap the places of something outside the prison with something within it. This should be a last resort if the ever-silent escapes, as it will be quite difficult to do. But contingencies are important. Note, the ever-silent must touch the prison to be sent back into it.
Right, I think we should get there as soon as possible before your dad makes a mistake and unlocks this thing.
I feel like he'd be smarter than to do that.
I don't.
Perhaps this prison has already been unlocked and this ever-silent is already wandering the shadow plane.
Right, you did say you killed them. Comment, I'm going to entrust that you hold on to that and not write down anything in there.
I will likely study it, but
Right.
I have seen the consequences of these rituals firsthand.
So I think.
So the initial ritual, the guy who has his eyes slashed out, John Chief did say that he did it to himself.
He said that it looked like he did it to himself. He has no idea. And I think we should check on that immediately. If he knows
I have
anything.
a quick question to ask. Was it only Atticus's little silhouette that grew crystals, or was it all the bandits?
All the bandits.
Okay, that makes me feel much better, but also worse.
He did say all the bandits were dead.
Yeah,
Alright, so I
but he
think.
didn't talk about how crystals grew out of that silhouette, so I had to make sure there wasn't a sign.
Right.
Let me be smart.
If the ever-silent has been wandering, we must imprison it. We must imprison it again. I know we wish to seek our revenge and kill it, but
I don't think that's
It-
going to be possible.
the note on the ever-silent, it hunts in the dark. If challenged directly, It will fight to the death and has never lost. I don't think we can kill this.
I mean, first time for everything.
A first time for anything, but do you want to beat those? Do you want to try those odds? Testing the fates always has a point when it spites you back.
I'm just saying that if nothing else works, beating it to a pulp might potentially, a very slight chance, work.
The last option if
Absolutely.
nothing else works.
If
Last
nothing else works.
Ditch effort.
However,
I think we should talk to the Iron Hands about this. What's his name?
Hillel Hammerhand, right?
Well, yes, I knew his last name. I just didn't know his first. Right. We gonna go do that now?
Yeah, we better go to the old man.
Right. And hope he is still there.
You, all of you make your way once again through the attic and out of the mayor's house. You keep walking until you're outside on the street. And not far away, you can see the old, run-down Hammerhand house.
I'm gonna go. Let's go through that. Let's go check out.
You are able to walk through. Everybody in the town, or at least mostly everybody, is in the town square mourning the mayor right now, so you're undisturbed as you walk up to this old rickety house.
I'm gonna open the door, trying my best to not have it fall off of its other hinge.
Yeah, you very carefully open this door. It creaks open, and you see Hillel sitting at the same chair you guys left him in. Hello? Hello?
It's us again.
Hello? Have you found them?
Not yet.
Not your family. No, we are still looking, and we were wondering if you could potentially answer a couple questions we have.
Have you found them? I can't find them. Have you found them?
We're looking for.
Hello?
we are looking for your family. We have some questions pertaining to what might have happened that night. We found notes saying you helped lead an expedition to some ruins.
Have you found them?
No, we are trying our hardest.
And you see he's kind of like feeling around. Says, I can't find them. Have you found them?
I don't think this man.
This man is useless for finding us.
Well,
Calm down.
before
Fine.
your family was lost, we found notes saying you led an expedition to try to find a way to revitalize the town.
Did you take your family with you then?
Have you found them?
We
I
have not.
can't seem to find anything. I'm blind. But have you found them?
Not yet. We are searching for them, and if you answer our questions, it will hopefully help us find them.
I want you all to make perception checks real quick.
Oh,
I was about to say, I would like to search around the house for any.
Hold on.
Ouch!
22.
17.
Okay. You guys succeed 22.
7.
You guys look around as Hillel keeps spiraling, repeating the phrase, have you found them? And Fathom. And whoever, you guys all rolled high, so you all find in the corner of the room a small chunk of crystal sits on the floor, and next to it are two silhouettes.
Oh, shoot!
No!
Oh,
you did it! I'm going to, without even mentioning to the other party, I'm going to crush the crystal, not the silhouette, like the main crystal under my boot.
Yeah, you crunch it, and Hillel looks up and says, have you found them?
We have.
They are likely
Dead.
a shadow realm.
You say that And the look on his face, like, he's kind of blank when you say that. He sort of shakes himself a little. Sorry. Hello? Are you adventurers back?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we are.
Have you found them?
No.
We believe so. We haven't found their specific location, but we know where they might be.
They're likely in the shadow realm. And I am unsure if they are alive.
And again, he seems to be thinking about something, but then goes back to, have you found them?
There's no point in talking with this man. He's gone.
And he seems quite mad.
He's out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just walk out.
Rose is sitting there like very angrily. Her like tail is lashing back and forth.
Okay. Perhaps he saw their disappearance and that is what led him. When they disappeared, he couldn't handle it and took the knife.
Theories to have for another day. I think we should move on.
But Gilbert's gonna
I-
like guide him out of the shack and be like, it's not safe anymore. You can't leave him with the
You're right. Thank you.
I have a spell that possibly help us find the ruins that allows us to speak with plants.
We could also use the locate. I have a locate spell where I can locate objects.
Real
and
quick.
animals, I think.
Anybody here with like a background in healing magic, give me a history check.
I don't think I do. I also don't think I do. I'm an outlander.
I'm a criminal.
I'm just a little hermit.
Hermit frog?
And Lucida, you too.
So, history?
Yeah.
Okay, so 21.
21. You do think that there is possibly a spell that can cure ailments of body and mind. Maybe a restoration spell could help this man.
I just had a realization. I would like to go check on the blacksmith and whether or not they are dead or gone.
Good idea. They had quite a lot of crystals.
They did have
They had
like
like
so much.
300 separate builds.
Before we do that, does Lucina share that with
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like everything we discover we're gonna share.
Yeah.
Alright, comment, I have lesser restoration, so I would like to cast that on who else?
What does this look like when you cast this on?
Comet's going to gently like put their paws in, like put Hill's hands in their paws, and their eyes are going to sheen over with blue. The crystals that are growing on them start faintly glowing as mists of healing blue encircle Hillel.
And as you do this, sort of like the muscle on his face shows like his eyes would have widened if he still had them. And he shakes and like holds himself. No! No, I cannot see it now!
I'm sorry.
Why?
We are trying to help rectify the situation.
Oh, I remember now. They're gone.
Yes. Do you have anything any knowledge that could help us get rid of the problem?
They might not be.
Oh, the mayor's son. Can't we take him to the secret cavern? The ones the Romans mined.
And what did you find?
I won't go there. I can't go back.
You don't have to. Can you tell us what you found though?
We found the door. What did he call it? Oh, I can't unsee it. The rip, the tear.
I'm gonna like walk back in after I hear that because I was taking a step outside. I'm gonna walk back in. I'm gonna like kneel down to like his side and put my hand on his shoulder.
Aren't we outside? I thought
You're
we
in
were
his
outside.
house.
Right, we are outside because Bodhi brought him out.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and I'm going to listen. I know you might be hesitant to tell us this, and I completely understand why, but for the longevity and the safety of not just this town, but the rest of the world, we need to know where this area is. I'm not asking you to come with us. I'm just asking for directions.
I can direct you, but no further. No.
We will
Can't
not,
go further.
We will not ask you to risk your safety or your peace of mind. Is this cavern perhaps in the mines an offshoot with a road leading down?
Yes, I know the way well. I could find it even though I'm blind. I can lead you there.
Is it small?
Yes, but deceiving. You will fit. I fit. I'll take you there. But
You don't have to. We know where it is.
We found
there's more.
There's more?
Many caverns, tunnels. Know it like the back of my hand. I could get through it. Take you there, but no further.
Of course.
Alright.
We might as well get him like suited up because that
Is
will
not-
not be good in case we get attacked.
Yes.
Could we, like,
We need to go get him some armor.
Could
Do
we
you have
like?
armor?
Could we potentially cure wound his lack of eyes?
I don't think you can do that.
No, you can't cure old wounds.
Well,
Why you just magically woo eyeballs? No,
mostly
that's not how it's
magic.
gonna work.
I should have grabbed that spell that lets you see through an animal's eyes.
oh, that would have been so helpful with this guy. Give him a pet seeing eye score.
Anyways,
Thank you. Hello. We will properly equip you with armor. We do not wish for any harm to befall you in the case.
Stay here.
Mine's is safe. You killed the dogs, right?
Yes.
Yes.
They are gone.
Dead.
I have to stay come back.
will not follow you through the door. I will not.
And we would not ask you. I have been to the realm. It is not something I would wish anyone to go to unless absolutely necessary.
Stay where you are.
You see, he kind of goes back into his house and kneels over where these silhouettes are and sort of like places his hand on one and says, "When you're ready, come find me.
We will.
I think I need some time."
Of course.
let's go to the blacksmith and get some goodies.
And
Blacksmith, make sure she's not dead.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Please don't be dead. She was so nice.
Rose is following you guys, and she's shutting down, bro.
Gareth kind of like, Gareth brings Comet with him, but he walks over and wraps his wing around you.
Don't touch me.
Gilbert's gonna
Alright, kid.
still guide the guy, the man away from the shackles, and say like, set him somewhere with like someone who can take care of him away from the crystals, if that's possible.
I think this is best for him. He needs some time to mourn.
I think if the crystals had already switched with someone, they might not take anyone else.
The big crystal, well, what it looks like is it creates new crystals that can be switched, and
Yeah.
creating a clad with a cascade of crystals.
Yes, however, I think Hillel is not in any danger at the moment, and we can prevent him from having danger if he is not enthralled.
Gilbert's not gonna like it, he's gonna say, okay.
So you guys are headed to the blacksmith's.
Yes.
You walk through town towards the blacksmith's shop. And it is still, like, the forge outside is still lit, and you hear the sounds of somebody inside.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
there are still a lot of crystals in there. I'm going to open the door and I'm going to call for.
Inside, once again, you see Mari, the blacksmith. She's sort of like cleaning some of the tools and looks around and says, "Oh, you're back.
Yes.
I didn't expect to see you so soon."
I kind of like cut her off and was like, yes, and we have very pressing matters. And I'm just like pick her up and move her outside.
Oh my
Make
god!
me an athletics check.
And athletics, okay.
Mari is a very large person.
Give me something good.
And she's probably mostly muscle.
Athletics. 19 total.
Yeah, you're able to sort of not pick them up, but drag them out of the shop. Whoa, what's the big commotion here?
I'm very sorry, but the crystals you have collected are extremely dangerous and you need to stay away from them.
Whatever do you mean? I've had these in my collection for quite a while. They've never done anything.
Fadden, I do think that there are more reasonable ways to go about removing the danger.
Is everything all right?
No.
Sorry. I'll trust you on this. You seem like credible people. If there's something wrong, I don't need to know the details. But if I need to get rid of all that stuff in there, I will.
Yes.
You absolutely have to.
Yes.
And
It's-
as
it
soon
is
as possible.
dangerous.
What do you think of the crystals?
Well, they are beautiful, but I won't put my life against that.
The crystals are very dangerous. We have found evidence leading us to believe that the crystals were part of some plan to try and revitalize the town that turned sour, and now an ancient evil has been released. And it can take you to a dangerous realm with those crystals.
Not sure I wanted to know that, but I'll get rid of them. I'll bury them in the back.
Refrain from touching them with your hands in any way possible. If you could.
I have Smith's gloves. I can use those.
Right.
Honestly, this is quite shocking news. Are you certain? Well, I'm sure. No, I'm sure you're certain, but
I think you'll find the crystals growing off me are proof of my visit to this realm.
yes, I did notice that. I wasn't going to say anything, but I thank you for warning me about this. I never would have known.
Of course. I mean, we knew you had lots of them. That we were honestly worried that you might already be gone.
Oh. And they'll kind of back into their shop and say, well, I guess I'd better get to work unless you need anything.
We need armor for the old man.
I
Right,
do think
yes.
we are in the middle of our investigation, but we will eventually need armor and tools. We are trying to cage this old one.
Well, certainly, whatever you need, I won't charge you for it. You just saved my life, possibly, so I consider it fair.
Other people were involved with these crystals. The innkeeper we need to check on. Wait, no, she went
the
missing,
guy-
didn't she?
the guy who
No,
got
she's
in-
gone.
And she wouldn't touch the crystals, remember? They scared her.
And the guy at dinners.
And so check on dinners.
Remember the
potion
bandits
seller,
got to
I don't
him,
know
that's
She's
why.
got something with them. Might as well just check like with every main town person, get the word out as soon as possible to everybody here.
And you're kind of talking about this, and Mary says, "Oh, don't worry about that. I can handle that. You should probably focus on whatever preparations or I'm guessing preparations."
Yes.
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 We should go to the doctor, see if he has anything that could be of worth.
Let me get a bottle of casty, blasty, wasty, masty, wash the lighting, it gets nasty.
Yes, well, I remember
Last
you
time you
did get poisoned.
Yeah, last time you drank the potion, you got poisoned.
Oh,
Right, I completely forgot to mention it.
I can do something about that. Restoration does not just help with.
He's no.
Okay,
Perfect. So yeah, don't like drink in excession, just like drink when you need it. Completely forgot to mention that to you guys.
Yes.
Alright. Let's see what else the doctor have that might.
So
helpful.
you're trying to find the potion stand again?
Yes.
You walk out and Mari kind of waves you goodbye, but also like starts like grabs a crate and you see they go in and start just throwing crystals in it. They put that down, look around, you see they go out to the back of their house and just start digging a hole in the ground.
so much. I'm so glad they didn't go insane and attack
And
us.
Thank
you
goodness.
keep walking and find once again this rickety old cart labeled potion stand with this plague doctor at it. He sees you, his head kind of jumps up in his plague doctor masks and points, "Oh, you! Go back!"
Our boy.
Yes, and I have some very pressing matter that you might want to know.
Yes.
Your potion poisoned me.
Oh,
It healed me.
well,
It did its job.
I
It healed
did
me.
warn you. Some strange side effects may occur.
Right.
You should make that into a
Do
tab.
you have any crystal with you?
Oh, no.
Okay, good, because it's very dangerous. Don't
I used it to make a potion.
What?
Is it the one I kept trying to drink?
No, I used it to make a... Let me remember. Oh yes, stone skin potion. But
Can I see it?
exploded.
Yeah,
Oh.
I would expect it.
Did any of it get on you?
No, I... Very, very careful about such things.
Of course. I would expect it to explode. They can be used to transport one to another realm. A very dangerous realm.
Maybe you should not be telling everyone all this stuff.
Well,
It's
everyone in their
a
mother doesn't need
very
to know.
important.
Get scared just because you went in there.
They should know. They have a right to know exactly what danger it is. It is just for them to know all the rest.
May I ask exactly what you're talking about?
It was a shadowy realm. A journal we found has indicated something called the shadowfell.
Oh yes, I am familiar with such place.
Wait, what?
What?
Yes, did research. Old Celts.
I'm gonna like.
Find ruins. Ruins explain.
Or
Old
like,
dark place monsters.
You know how to read the rune. The rune.
Yes, I do know Celtic.
Can I see the spell book really quick? Comment.
Don't
the
read
title-
them out loud.
I have. Yes.
Could you possibly translate the title? The comment's going to show in the notebook.
Not out loud.
The title of the notebook.
Oh, what's that?
Oh yes, and he takes this and looks at it and says, "Well, its title is Tome of Darkness.
Of course it is.
There is other part, but other part not really important.
What's the other part?
What is the other part?
All information is necessary.
Its author name, maybe.
Can you tell it to us, please?
We need to know who to permanently imprison for
Well-
such piece.
This book was written very, very long time ago. Do not think author's still alive.
I mean, elves can live for thousands of years, can't they?
Like, written before, well, I guess only 1,000 years ago,
I
maybe longer.
I do not think the author would be living even if they were an elf. They seem to have been dabbling in some dark business.
Right.
Who was this author?
Well, inscription reads, words from the shade. And kind of looks at the last word and says, not sure. Name is, I, don't recognize the name. It's written strangely. Runes are same, but do not recall. And he's like studying it more. Probably not important.
We'll be fine without the knowledge.
Yeah, hopefully.
It seems like it could be.
Well, one last check. And he kind of takes the notebook from you and looks at it. Oh yes. Strange, very strange name. Words from the shade. Marito cap.
That is not a name I will ever be able to pronounce.
No Rippletap?
I think
someone
very hard to discern.
didn't someone mention that before?
Actually, pretty sure someone did.
Yeah, Conall, didn't you have a good memory. Do you need
I only remember the past 15 years.
Okay, only.
I'm fairly
I
sure it
don't
was
know what I had for
recently.
breakfast yesterday.
I know I've heard that before.
That does ring a bell.
Yes.
A very cold day. Lifeless bell.
Anybody who feels like they recognize that, give me a history check, I guess.
I've already felt so familiar.
My history.
That's not good. Where is my history?
Where's my history?
That's a 4.
Oh, yeah, no, that is a 13.
You got a 14,
13.
20.
20,
18.
18. So 18 and 20, anything above that as well. You have never, like, whether you're in this town, the past few days, this has never come up. Maybe you've seen this name come up elsewhere in history, but it doesn't seem to have any significance to you that you can really think of. But maybe you've heard it before.
No idea.
The door.
Will does not seem name opens any doors, but would you like potions?
Depends entirely what potions you have to sell for us. Good friend.
Well, more healing potions and other stuff.
Do you know if any of your wares would be useful for going up against a night walker?
Well, big scary monster, healing, good. But to be warned, as he knows, might not work as intended.
Doesn't go down well.
I have to cut corners somewhere.
Of course. Do you know any lore that could be useful of the Nightwalkers? The journal gave a very brief description. I was wondering if you had any other details. You seem to have studied this Shadowfell.
Well, not really. Just read it on stone. Big rock. Celtics made. Outside of town. Hard to find, but not far. Has more written on it.
Could you take us to this rock and translate for us?
Maybe. I don't quite remember where I found it, but I might be able to remember.
Are you
My
having
brain's
a
little
price
fuzzy.
in
Maybe
mind?
pay me to remember it.
Oh, I wasn't talking about gold, but gold would be nice. Maybe looking at currency jog memory.
Of course it would. And he's like, put a little gold coin in my thumb and I'll flick it to him and he's like, where is this rock and what does it
He
say?
catches it, looks at it. Yes. I'm beginning to remember now.
God!
It's going to
Rose is going to glare at Comet. Like, the mask is, you can see a pissed expression on her.
And puts the coin in his pocket. Yes, gold always good for memory. It was, yes, I could probably find it again.
Okay, good.
Would you be willing to take it to us for an
Oh, big stone, not moving.
stone?
Very large stone. I could take you there, but you could not move it. Unless you had
No.
very, very large team horses.
No.
That's our plan.
I just
Our plan
would-
was to
I just would like you
translate
to take us to it and translate what you can read.
Well, yes, I assume I could do that. Are you going to purchase anything?
Perhaps later. I would like to learn about this lore before we purchase more potions.
Well, okay. So, you need to do that right now.
Yes. We are gathering information.
He broke his poor man's heart.
After we get back to your cart, I'm sure we will get more health potions.
Well, I guess so. Do you, anything you want maybe now? Light potion for the road?
I do not think we require any potions for the road. When we
Okay.
get back, we will probably stock up on health.
Yes,
I love this man so much.
I will, go with you then. And you see he like turns this lever on his cart, and like all the potions like go into the wood, and it kind of like shuts itself down so that nobody can steal from him. And he steps out. He's a little bit of walk.
Of course.
Like a great man to like buy candy from though.
I don't think I would want to buy candy from him.
And he starts just walking.
Like he
He's-
was so close.
We
He
don't-
don't even wait for us. He's just walking.
You coming? No?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yes.
imagine he had like a little shuffle. With a big cloak around him, he's like waddle around.
Yeah, this guy is walking through this area, which is kind of cold, but also still summer. And yeah, he walks kind of into the woods surrounding this valley and says, "Yes, remember." And he keeps going, and you guys are walking through the woods right now, following this alchemist. So, any small talk?
No.
How are you doing today?
Oh, very good. Well, crowd went away. Lost a lot of business later today. I think somebody died. Funerals, unfortunately, not good business for alchemists.
I would imagine.
But I do regret Bovar's death. Not
Does know, the mayor.
not good.
Yes,
I wish we could have done more.
Rose like
So-
kicking rocks in the back of the line.
Rose, are you okay?
Any,
You sound a little,
Anything good happened to you guys?
What do you think?
I mean,
Many people have died.
Well, I guess not. But
we did bust a criminal ring that's been kidnapping people. I feel like that is.
yes, see, he think right. Think on the good side.
Good job, Babin.
I think on the side that doesn't remind me of the multiple people who died.
Rose is glaring up at Fathin now.
Just looking down at her like, what? I'm trying to. I don't want to like dwell on it. I don't want to have a bad day.
That criminal was my dad!
He was still a criminal.
He did murder many people.
Murder is murder not always justified? I do know that sometimes there is
Sometimes
justice.
it's justified,
I mean-
but that, he's a criminal mamba.
Just to say this,
But
Criminals-
guess what? He's dead now. You
criminals,
feel
I
better
mean-
about that?
He's not
violence against criminals.
dead.
Every so
He's
often I
just-
chase children away from Potionstown, but for most part, violence can be necessary.
Your father's not dead. He's just in a arguably
And-
considered much worse place.
As you brush away leaves and branches on your way, you see this giant stone revealed in this very small clearing, covered in Celtic glyphs. And there seems to be a slight magic radiating off of it that you can just feel. Oh, yes, there is big rock.
Yes,
What
and
does it say? I'm not
Do you
giving
want
it a world.
word for word or abridged version?
word for word, if you would.
Unless it's like too long.
Well, it's very descriptive. Lots of words. Might be standing here a while if I have to do.
Just
word
tell
for
us what's important in that case.
Yes.
And he points and at the rock and then kind of scratches like his chin through the mask. Yes. So old Celts here saying big bad evil in darkness beyond shadow plane, big scary night monsters, night walkers. Yes.
Is that
Prisons. Celtic speed monsters, imprison them. Imprison leader of monsters and 7 followers.
Is there any mention of the specifics of how they imprisoned the monster?
Not quite, but does mention using giant magic crystal and many warriors fighting monster. Eventually win, imprison it, place lots of magic to make sure never break free.
I have question. It said one big monster and 7 minions. Do you think that the silent one, was it, is the big monster and the hounds are the minions, or do you think the silent one is one of the minions?
I
it's
think
one
it
of
mentioned
the-
I think it mentioned that there were 7 great Nightwalkers and that they had minions.
And that the Nightwalker.
Yes, you can confirm that.
The dogs were the minions of the shadow. That's why.
Hold on. Are you the only person in this town who can read Celtic, to your
Yes.
knowledge?
I
Okay.
believe so.
And when you first came to this town, did you come through this path?
Well, not quite. Came here later.
Right. Did you tell a single person beforehand about this?
About rock?
About Rock, yes.
Well, I did have a very good conversation with a young man.
Of course.
This would be about a year ago. Mines had just dried up, or had been dried up for a while. And, yes, I had just arrived. Redstone. And then, yes, I had a very nice conversation with this young man. I believe he died, though. No, can't remember how.
Right. And before I say what I'm about to say, I don't mean to be rude in any way possible. Did it not at any point in time cross your mind to tell the mayor that there is a big bad evil that might not permanently be encaged in crystal, and to maybe not fiddle around with magical crystal?
Well, seemed like old folklore. Also, mayor not magic guy.
Can I just investigate this rock to see if there's anything more? If you said there's more magical energy.
Oh yeah, roll Arcana.
Would I be
Could
able to
I-
help with that?
Yes.
I investigate around this area to see if there's anything of note.
Yeah.
I will also
That's an
do
8.
that.
Do I roll 2?
Yeah, you can roll 2, or you can give them the help action to allow them to roll again.
What
Which one are you
is
using?
the one for looking
Yeah,
around the
roll
building?
again, buddy.
Are you looking at the boulder or just the area?
We're looking around the boulder
Yeah.
to see if something.
That would just be
important's there.
investigation.
Alright, yeah, I got a 13.
I got a 15.
Do you want me to try rolling it?
So, real quick, you two kind of investigate around this boulder. It is in good condition for something that this old. Like the runes look like they were carved yesterday. But like looking around, like this is pretty normal area. And you do find, however, there's a few like you spot one like a spearhead sticking out of the ground, maybe some old artifacts are buried in the ground around here. What'd you guys get for Arcana?
That's a 9. Actually,
I'll roll it.
Actually, that's a 12.
Comment.
This stone's magic, but you can't tell how. Maybe it has something to do with how new it looks.
Can we try to look around the artifacts that are buried, see what they are?
Yeah, so you kind of dig up this spearhead, and it looks like, it's a spearhead. Possibly made by the Celts.
This area seems to be the area of some battle that happened. There are spearheads and other similar artifacts laying around the area.
Perhaps it is where these Nightwalkers were first imprisoned.
Maybe on the other side, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. We should keep this location in mind in case that is in fact where the Silent One was imprisoned.
That would be a good idea. Yes. We could investigate through. Not at the moment. I do not want to go into the rift until absolutely necessary, but we could keep this in mind for when we venture into the rift.
And we need rest before we do.
Of course.
We are
And
quite
the alchemist is sort of like reading over this rock again. Lots of details in these. Anything specific you want to ask? Maybe something important is in rock I can't tell?
Are there steps to any weird ritual in case?
No, just sort of history of battle.
So this is less of
Folklore.
a contingency plan, more of a victory kind of sort. All right.
Is there any weaknesses?
Not that I know of, but it does say shadow monsters, so maybe light?
Light would make sense. The hounds did not like light.
Yes. Light, radiance, fire.
And if not anything. Outside of that, I'm pretty sure that's all we have for this place.
Yes, well, I should probably get back to stand soon.
Of course,
Yes.
and we should gather a few more potions. We did utilize potions recently.
Potion, I think. Or
And
the only one who drank one.
he starts
Comfortable.
walking back into the forest. Again, not really heeding you guys if you guys are following or not. And
Well, I bought everybody a potion last time, so I'm going to. Respect that one you guys
as he walks into the foliage, we break for lunch.
All right, Din Din.